How come Earth has 6 seasons now? Is it us humans who are rewriting the nature's calendar? And what are the implications that we humans would have to face in the coming time? Climate change is not just about rising temperatures. It is about altering Earth's basic fundamental rhythms such as seasons. We do not have 4 seasons only anymore. Today, Earth doesn't have only autumn, spring, summer and winter. We also have 2 additional seasons. Haze season and trash season. This is what our human actions have resulted into. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are going to look into these additional seasons that have changed the nature's calendar and how are we also seeing the existing seasons gradually weakening out. So when we talk about the first new season that is in front of us is the Haze season. So when we talk about this season, how do we understand what are the characteristics? Now this season looks something like these pictures. This is marked by dense air pollution, smog and toxic haze. So if you are a resident of Delhi, that is the capital of a country as big as powerful as India, we get to see this in our capital every year. And this is not an isolated event, it happens as a seasonal phenomena every year. And this is being marked as Haze season. When we talk about this particular season, this is not only prevalent in our country, it is being present across the world in patches. Now, what is the cause of this season when we are talking about? What are the key drivers which are responsible for bringing in this season in the existence? So, when we are talking about this season, we have to understand the first primary cause becomes the deliberate fires or the land clearing that we see. So, when we are talking about deliberate fires, a classical example here will be the burning of forest in tropical peatlands that we see in Southeast Asia, and this results in smoke not just in Malaysia, Thailand but also Singapore. If we look into other reasons, then we also see crop residue burning. This is something that we get to see in the northern parts of our country which are responsible for the toxic pollution that we get to see. Other than there are climate fueled wildfires. So because of the rising temperatures that we are seeing, we are finding especially on the western coast of US increased incidence of fire, be it California, be it Canada. Now the fire season extends from spring to December where we are getting to see increased number of wildfires. And this will have a direct health and ecological impact, which is rise in respiratory illnesses, be it asthma, be it premature deaths, school closures which we get to see in our country, flight disruptions and also harm to the forest biodiversity as well as soil degradation. This new season is definitely an addition to the calendar, but it is definitely not a good news for us. Now let us look into the next season that is being talked about, that is the trash season. Now as the name itself suggests and you can see in the image itself, it is that season every year, again not an isolated event, where there is accumulation of plastic waste, especially on beaches and shorelines due to shifting of ocean currents or poor waste management. So both of these seasons which we are talking about, they have been clearly understood and researched by London School of Economics and Political Science, and they are evidence based. And when we look at such images, we understand that what as humans we have done to our nature which is right in front of us. So when we talk about the major contributors, especially to this trash season, we understand the first primary reason that we find is the monsoon current shifts. As we know, in Southeast Asia, we get to see reversal of ocean currents with the monsoon winds. And the second reason that we get to find is the urban waste mismanagement that frequently occurs, not just in our country but across the continents as well. What usually happens is that heavy rainfall brings the plastic waste and other waste from the land to the sea, and they are dumped as marine debris which floats for many years, many times, and then with change in tides or ocean currents, they wash up to the shore. And again, this has not been an isolated event. If you talk about Southeast Asia, we have seen trash appear with proper prediction that it will be there from December to March, and locals easily expect the plastic tide to arrive. Furthermore, it has also been seen on the US East Coast. For example, Gulf Stream, which is an important ocean current, carries trash to Florida as well as California, and it is mostly seen during the summer season. So these are specific times when we are getting to see the haze as well as trash occurring in our natural calendar, and this directly highlights the fact that we are in a time that we will be bearing consequences such as destruction of ecosystems, be it marine ecosystem, be it human ecosystem, forest ecosystems. There will be impact on fishery, tourism, as well as local economies. If you talk about Southeast Asia, these are the economies which are highly dependent on tourism. This additional season is doing them no advantage, giving them no advantage. Rather, it's a harm for the tourist economy as such. Furthermore, microplastic contamination will affect the seafood, drinking water, and it will come back all to us. Now, the addition of these two seasons is a clear sign that the nature's calendar has been heavily altered by humans. And another found reason is the fact that the traditional seasons are already collapsing. So, if we look at incidents such as weakening of the winter, for example, Rocky Mountains or the Andes, they do not have enough snowfall for ski resorts. It impacts the water reserves and also the agriculture. If we talk about other seasonal shifts, spring is arriving earlier and summer is lasting longer. You can see this clearly in our country as well. Plant flowering system as well as animal migration seems to be out of sync. That means the natural calendar that existed is not also being altered, but at the same time it is disrupted, it is weak, and it seems like that it is on the verge of a collapse. And this clearly indicates the fact that at this time, this is a warning and it is a call to act. Otherwise, in coming days, we will be seeing more of such climate rhythm where it will be not just breaking or weakening, we will be seeing a thorough breakdown. For example, in recent times, we have been seeing that butterflies, bees, and the pollinators, they are missing peak of flowering period. They are not able to understand. Farming cycles are already disrupted because of unseasonal rains, floods, and as well as droughts. Furthermore, seabirds, for example, we have kittiwakes. They are not returning to the specific region they used to come to. Here it is Northeast England in spring. And these are not just 3 examples, there are so many more where you will see disruption of the traditional cycles that are existing. You can put in the examples that you see in front of you in the comment section, and I would like to remind you again of the fact that this is a warning, a call to act at the individual basis, at the village basis, at the government basis, and at the global basis to save our earth. That was all from my side. Thank you so much.